So after interviewing all these people, like I was really curious in terms of like your dating expertise. What are some like do's and don'ts when it comes to dating in the world of social media?
Great question. Like, really good. Can't wait to share this episode with my followers. We actually did a poll question recently that blew my mind, which was what comes first, saying I love you or your first Instagram together? What do you think the answer was?
It's probably the first, like which comes first is probably saying I love you.
Nope.
Really?
No.
People post their first Instagram way before they
Yeah.
say I love you,
Interesting.
which is a perfect example of how, the pressure on social media, like, enjoy your relationship first, get it to a place that's comfortable, and then post. But because people know how beloved couples on social media are, and, people just want to show off and flex and get validation about their relationship, they often need to show that to the world before it's even been cultivated on their own. And I think that it's really important to keep certain things private still. I mean, it's nice to post a story every now and then or a post about your significant other, but like, for example, it was my boyfriend's birthday yesterday, and I posted a slew of pictures of us, and I captioned it like, happy birthday. Like, I'm gonna save the cheesy caption for for us,
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would go out of their way to be like, happy birthday to my light. Like, you've been there for me. Like, when, like, my arm broke, like, you took care of me. Like, you danced with my dad so well. Like, all this, like, stuff. And I'm just like, who's benefiting from this,
Yeah,
you
something
know?
like that, so-
Yeah.
It's all so, like, cliche and basic, and I understand why people do it, of course, and if your significant other loves it, then great, keep going. But I think, like, the most often the people that need to post about their relationships the most are the ones in trouble in their relationship, usually.
And there's a term I wanted to ask you about that I'd never heard before, but when I was like doing some research, I saw an article about you, and this was the first time I'd seen this term, micro cheating.
Micro cheating. So micro cheating is essentially when you disrespect your partner, but you can't accuse them of cheating because it's like just a mini version of disrespect. So it's like, writing like hot on let's say a woman's picture that isn't your girlfriend, or sliding into a guy's DM and like it's almost like kind of like emotionally cheating, and having like a long back and forth with someone, or liking all of your ex's photos. It's just like, it's trashy behavior, but does it warrant a breakup? No, but is it really annoying? Yes. And could it potentially lead to a breakup in the future? Probably. So it's just like that in between, like saying a coworker is really hot, and like, we all do it to a certain extent, but doing it on social media is just not a good idea, I don't think.
Yeah. And then in the first episode of We Met at Acme, you were talking, there's a question I think you asked about dating people with big followings versus small followings.
Yeah.
Is that something you see like a trend almost, like people are trying to date people with bigger followings?
Yeah, I mean, I actually hear straight guys a lot of the time say like, I want someone who has 200 followers and is private. And it's like the same thing as them being like, I want someone who's a virgin, or like someone who's only slept with one other guy. And it's like, okay, like I get it, and then there's the opposite that's like, I want someone who's got 1 million followers so we can like get free shit, and like we can live this influencer life, and I think like maybe just want someone who is a good person, and it doesn't really matter how many followers they have. I have a friend right now who's dating a girl who's got a lot of followers, and like, thousands and thousands, and is an actual influencer. And when he started dating her, we were all kind of skeptical just because of the amount, in the public lifestyle that she lives. And now we all know her, and she's like the sweetest girl ever. And there are people that have 200 followers and are private who are not so sweet. So I think in that case, and probably in the reverse, it doesn't really matter the amount of followers. It's like you can't really judge a book by its cover, and right now all of our covers are like our Instagrams.